guys, guess what? I have a clean desk now and a whole clean room. My whole room is clean enough to film in. Oh, how can I stand this up at just the right angle? Is this acceptable? I hope so. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Vervain. Today is a magical, wonderful, beautiful day, and we're here at the Citrine Palace, and I just happened to wander through a half-price books the other day, and as some of you may know, bookstores and crystal stores are my weakness. Tea stores don't count because I work there and I have tea credit, or else I would spend all my money on tea. But I don't. But I do spend a lot of money on books and cards and things, and you know, I'm not proud of it, but the things that I buy bring me joy. And I hope that they will bring you some joy also, which is why I'm here sharing them with you today. And I have all these mixed feelings about doing haul videos, but I'm just gonna trust that you guys are not gonna feel like I'm showing off or being braggy or whatever. Like, I'm just excited about some of the things that I found, and I thought you might be excited too. Also because, you know, some of them are decks, and I do readings for you guys sometimes, both on Morning Ritual and one-on-one if you choose to invest in that. And so I think it's good for you guys to know about the decks that I collect and the things that I collect, because I hope that many of them are able to be your resources as well as my resources. So in a sense, I feel like I'm adding these things to my library, and I would like to be able to offer you guys the use of them sometimes. So if you do ever want to see any of the decks or things that I'm about to show you on Morning Ritual, just send me a message. Every time somebody sends me a message and is like, hey, can we use this deck today? Or hey, can we use a deck that fits these requirements today? Or hey, can we ask this question today? Like, I basically do it, because not that many of you do that. So basically, if you ask for it, you get it. Wow, this is already such a long introduction. Anyhow, the first thing that I saw as I walked into Half Price was this was outside on their like clearance get rid of it rack, and it was only $3, and I've actually never read The Red Tent by Anita Diamant, I don't know. I've never read it, but it was one of the first books that I heard of when I started getting into the Divine Feminine and Goddess Mysteries and Blood Mysteries and things. I mean, like when I first started getting into magic and sisterhood type things, I remember this book being all over the place, and I'm pretty sure it's not like exactly about that, but I don't know, it's fiction. I've never read it, and I've heard lots of good things about it, and it was only $3. So I picked this up. I've been trying to read more fiction. I've not been super good about it, although one of you guys recommended to me something that you described as pagan smut, which fair, but also pretty good. It's called The Goddess of the Rose, and I've been reading that, and that's all right. I'm also, this is not fiction, but I've been reading My Stroke of Insight by Jill, and that's been really good. So I have been reading more, including some light fiction. But I think I could get into this. I think I might actually want to read this. So I paid $3 for it. Then this was something I just passed, and Erica or Ella, if either of you are watching this, like, don't. Just skip ahead like 2 minutes. It'll be fine. Just pay no attention to this part, because just don't do it. Just skip ahead. Okay. So I passed these on the shelves, and it's a Shadowscapes coloring book, and both of them, it's like one of their favorite decks, and I only got one of these because I couldn't remember when Erica's birthday was, which I already told her today. So you can't have that one on me. She already knows I didn't know when her birthday was, but now I know, and I was right. It is soon, and also Ella's birthday is soon, and I only got one of these, but I need to go back and get another one because clearly they both need this Shadowscapes coloring book It was like $5 or $6. I don't remember, but it says $12.99 on the back, so I knew it would be more. And look at it, guys. It's so beautiful. It's like her traditional, super detailed artwork. It's just super beautiful, super beautiful. I feel like both these gals would be super into these and into coloring these. And like, I a little bit want one for myself, but I'm also like, Vervain, you have so many coloring books. Don't. Stop. Just stop. Stop getting yourself coloring books. So I didn't get one for myself. I only got one, and I have 2 friends I need to give it to, so I have to go get another one. Then I guess we'll stay on the books for a minute. We'll get to the cards last, because I'm kind of love cards. This, I don't know, I probably paid less than $5 for this, maybe as much as $7. I already took all my price stickers off, sorry. This is called Reading Tea Leaves by a Highland Seer, and I think that I've read, it's sold, okay, it's labeled £4.99 in the UK only, so I hope I didn't pay more than $5 for this. Anyhow, I think it's like a reprint of like a really old text, but I'm not sure if it's like a legit really old text or if it's like something that these Victorian tea sellers wrote and like tried to pass off as like this ancient magical text. But what I really like about it is it's like text about techniques, but there's not like a dictionary of symbols or whatever. Like, it's very much seems to be about actually tuning in and reading tea leaves. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep this for myself, probably, or if I will give it to Guanyin Tea House. I'm probably gonna keep it for myself, unless I read it once and I feel like, okay, I got everything I needed to get out of that, and then maybe I'll give it to the tea house. But yeah, I do, every now and then I do an oracular spectacular tea time tea sit, and I just bring like a whole bunch of decks and things to play with, and I've always wanted to bring information on tea leaf reading, but I didn't really have any, so now I have a book on it. But again, I think it's like something that you would really have to like sit down and read. I don't know if it's something that people would be able to take in at a tea sit, but sometimes people just like to grab a book in a corner at my tea sit and just like sit there and read, and that's fine. Or Morpheus, one of my regulars, comes and he always brings his sketchbook and he draws, and that's amazing. And then some people just bring instruments, and that's amazing too. And I love you guys if you come to my tea sits. And if you're ever in Austin, check the Guanyin Tea House schedule. It's on Facebook and on their website, or like check with me, because I have tea sits all the time, and if you're ever in Austin, I would be so honored for you to come to one of my tea sits. Yeah, so the other 2 books that I got are, one of you even told me who, maybe it was Tiffany, I'm so sorry. But one of you, I remember scrolling through your posts, and you had a bookstore haul, and were like, I always get the Llewellyn Spell a Day almanacs because they have so much good information in them, like regardless of what year they're from. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, I have been passing those up my whole life and never bought one, because I'm like, what use is that? It's not 2012 anymore. But anyhow, I picked 2, mostly based on the colors of the covers, because there were like 5 or 6 in stock. And they were like $5 each, so they weren't like nothing. They weren't like, I kind of expected to pay like $2 or $3 each, but I think I paid about $10 for these 2, maybe more like $12 for these 2, something like that. Anyhow, I got the 2012 one, oh, I didn't even realize that, and the 2011 one, wow, right next to each other in a row, 2011 and 2012. But I picked them actually by, well, I liked the cover color, and then also I opened up like to the day that it was, which was May 31st, and to my birthday, which is November 22nd, and I like read those dates in both books and in the other ones that I was looking at, and I was like, okay, these 2 are my favorite, they're coming with me. So I was thinking it could be super cool to do, like, you know how sometimes on my Instagram we play that game where I will like ask you guys a question, or I'll put up like a story template, and either you like put the story template in your story, or you answer the question in my comments or whatever, and then I'll pull a card for you and put it in my story and tag you. You know how we've done that before, and it's way fun. I was thinking we could do something like that, but where when you answer the question or whatever, you put your birthday in it, and then, or you put your birthday in the story template or whatever, and then I can take a picture of your birthday in the Witch's Spell a Day Almanac, and then that can be like, I don't know, it just seemed like a fun game to me, and I like playing games with you guys. So that's fun, and now we're on to the decks. And I'm gonna show you the really weird one first, because I almost didn't get this, because I was like, this is so weird, what could this possibly be for? But then I was also just like, you know what, this is really weird. It's not a bad deal. I think I paid $9.99 for this, and it's Alex Grey, and I just feel like as a collector, I kind of need to spend some time with this and interact with it. And I opened it up, and this was not the front one. These are cards, by the way. They're fucking huge, am I right? But they're cards. They're super cool. I don't really know what to make of them, but let me find the one that was on top. This one was the one that was on top when I got it, and I was like, that's so beautiful. And it says, it's called Sophia, and it says on the back, wisdom stretched forth her finger and introduced light into matter, and she followed it down into the region of chaos. Her halo, sacred language beyond rational understanding, infinite vision and wisdom united as one level of being, hands, the imminent manifestations of the goddess. Life-giving nurturer, cradle of civilization, and Kali, dark mother of time, birth, death. Motherlight, living, guiding presence of the principle of transcendental truth. Goddess as Gnostic vessel of rebirth and spiritual transformation, a guide for the times of crisis humanity is now facing. Having embraced the entire world in her spirit-nourished heart, a new order of awakening humanity awaits incarnation. And then it says, reflection, wisdom. And I'm like, I could think about that all day. And some, like that one I think is really good. Some of them I'm like, I don't know what this is about. But then we have like this one's spiritual world, material world, skeletal system, nervous system, cardiovascular system, lymphatic system, spiritual energy system, psychic energy system. And then this one's Avalokiteshvara, and then there's the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors and the Universal Mind Lattice. I'm like, void clear light, like what is this? What is this? I don't know. I don't know, and I haven't really like studied Alex Grey's work, like I'm not super familiar, but oh, and then this one was Avalokiteshvara, which is like the original deity from whom Guan Yin is like descended or extracted, or like a version of or a facet of or whatever. And I was like, that's so weird that like the first one is like this rose goddess, and then the second one is like a version of Guan Yin, because that was how they were when I found them. And I was like, I need to know more about this. I need to spend some time with these. And Sean was looking through them yesterday. He seems to be pretty fascinated by them. Annie ran into them and she was like, I have to know more. And I was like, yes, you do. Tell me when you find out, please. Here, play with them. Anyhow, and then how cool is this box that they come in? Anyhow, I just thought that was like whack and cool. And so now I have it here. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. Comment below if you have any ideas. Then we have what I spent the most money on and was not at all planning on getting. So I had actually, the last time I went to Half Price, the last couple times I went to Half Price, I kind of complained to Sean about like the selection in the metaphysical section. I was like, I don't know, man, they've only had like very basic stuff lately, or like copies of stuff I already own and have read, or like stuff I'm not interested in. And then like their deck selection hasn't changed much. It's like, yeah, anyhow, their deck selection, yeah, like they had a bunch of new books in also, but their deck selection was way good yesterday, or the other day when I was there, whenever that was. And I don't even know, like there were definitely things that I wanted to get and could not justify. There was, I think, a signed copy of the Mott Tarot, but it was like $150, and I was like, not today, but very nice. Then there was, I don't know, there were some other decks too, I don't even remember. But anyhow, this was on there, and I just saw this spine, and I was like, how cool is this? I have to know what this is. It's like dragon scales, right? So it's the Dragon Tarot by Nigel Suckling, I think is what that says, right? Yeah. And I just thought the backs were beautiful, and I thought that this art was beautiful, and I was like, I need to know more. It was stickered shut though. It had 4 like clear stickers totally stickering it shut, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm not allowed to look at it. I guess I just have to trust that they're all in there and trust that they're beautiful. And like I could see through, and I could tell like the quality of the cardstock wasn't the best. I'm gonna open this for you because I've already opened it. Anyhow, I paid $50 for this deck, and I didn't even research it. I did not even get my phone and like look up pictures of it on Eclectic, which I've not done that with very many decks before. And so the downside of that, or I don't know if it's a downside yet, I really haven't made up my mind. But one of the things about that is that I would have known if I had done my research that it was a Pips deck. And because of that, because I didn't do my research, I didn't find out that it was a Pips deck until after I bought it and opened it. But I've decided that I actually don't care, because I say that, I don't say that lightly, because I know I've spent like a good 12 years advocating for non-Pips decks, or like for fully illustrated Pips in all decks everywhere all the time. But I've been following some more people on Instagram who do read Pips cards, or who read playing cards, and who read more numerologically, or who read Marseille style. And I don't know, I've just been more fascinated lately by the numerological breakdown of the tarot. And so I feel like it might actually be nice to have a deck to actually learn and study reading Pips with, and like let that be a whole new system. And somehow the dragons feel right, and even though the Pips aren't fully illustrated, I still feel like they're beautiful. Like I love the landscapes in the background, and then the cards that are illustrated, the courts and the majors, are just really, really beautiful. And I'll probably do like I'm not obviously gonna do an unboxing because we're doing that here kind of, but I want to do, oh yeah, this is the Temperance card. How beautiful is that? And there were a couple really beautiful ones that I was really, really enjoying. Here's the Lovers, really nice. Just really, we've got the Page of Cups. I really like these. I know like the quality is not that great. It's very like shiny, glossy cardstock. And even if you look, like I line up the edges, like you can see like they were punched out of a sheet at one point. And so like you can, I don't know, you can see like where the perforation was, and you can even feel it with your fingers. So I don't know, was it worth $50? Do I advocate you spending lots of money on old out of print decks? No. But that said, I did look this up on Amazon afterwards, and the cheapest copy they had was like $75, $80. So I was like, okay, at least I got something that like I can sell. If I really don't connect with it, it has some actual value. I didn't just pay through the nose for something that's not actually worth anything. Of course, you know, whether it's worth anything depends on whether anybody like me is willing to pay for it. But and I think I'm actually really gonna enjoy working with it. I really like the medieval kind of style. I really like the rich colors. And yeah, I'm excited to work with a Pips deck. Oh, here's the Empress. That's just really, really a lovely card. Yeah, so maybe I'll bring this on Morning Ritual soon. Let me know if you want to see it. Let me know if you want like a video reading done with it on something. I don't know, just a thought. And then actually I have not even looked in the book, although this is what's in the box. So there is a book here. It looks like maybe originally there was something else here. I don't know if that would have been like a bag or a figurine or something, like I don't know, or if it's just a hole in the box. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't actually looked in the book. Oh wow, it's a full color book, so that's cool. That's always nice. And each card has looks like each minor card has a half a page and each major card has a full page. So that's pretty cool. And then every major has some keywords, a short description, an upright meaning, and a reversed meaning. And then every minor has just an upright meaning and a reversed meaning. So that's pretty decent. I haven't read them yet. But yeah, I'm excited to get to know that a little more deeply. So moving on, there is just one more thing that I got at Half Price Books, and it's like the most exciting, and it's the one, I think it's the most exciting. I don't know, I haven't really looked at it yet. I don't know. In fact, I didn't look up card images from this one until after I bought it either. And I'll just go ahead and show you what it is. It's a Lover's Path Tarot signed by Chris Walder, the artist, and I hope I'm saying that right. And it's signed to Meshka, for Meshka. I don't know who Meshka is. One of the other decks that was in the deck cabinet at Half Price Books was also signed to Meshka from the artist or the author. I don't remember. It wasn't one of the ones that I was like, I have to have this. And yeah, I'm like, now I want to know, like, who's Meshka that she was getting all these decks sent to them by the creators, and like, why did he or she like get rid of these ones, and what happened to him or her? I don't know. I want to know the story. But I couldn't believe that this signed copy of the Lover's Path Tarot was going for $20, $19.99, and it's in the plastic. So that's part of why I'm filming this video, is because I was like, I'm a reader. I'm gonna take that thing out of the plastic, but I want like some evidence that this was in this condition when I paid $20 for it signed at Half Price Books. I don't know what this means. Hopefully this means that we're just like destined to be together, and it's this magical tool that's gonna be great for me. I went straight to the tea house after we went to Half Price, and I had like everything I got at Half Price in my basket when I went into the tea house, and like everybody else at the front desk was like, ooh, can I see that red deck? And I was like, sorry, it's in the plastic, and I'm gonna film a video with it. But you can look at my Dragon Tarot, and you can look at my Crystal Unicorn Tarot that I have with me, and you can look at all these things. You can look at these strange Alex Grey cards, but you can't look at my Lover's Path Tarot. But you guys, right here, right now, get to look at my Lover's Path Tarot. It does have a little white book, and it says Chris Walder, creator of the Goddess Tarot. I do not have the Goddess Tarot, but I do have the Goddess Inspiration Oracle, which, I don't know, it's somewhere right here. It's right there. I do have the Goddess Inspiration Oracle right here, and I have really enjoyed that one. I actually own several copies of it at once, and I still own 2 of them, one of which is like mine that I use, and then one of which is like for snail mail readings, actually, which maybe I'll get back into. If you want a snail mail reading with a Goddess Inspiration Oracle card from me, you know, send me a message on Instagram and we'll figure it out, because I don't have a website right now. Working on it. I just cleaned my room, which means I have a desk now and a place to use my computer. So we're gonna get to it. But we're gonna open these cards first. Here's my scissors. I'm like so nervous. I know I shouldn't be. I'm just like, it's signed, it's in the plastic, but I'm also like, who's it gonna be worth more to than like me right now? And like, I didn't want it so I could look at it in the plastic, you know? I wanted it so I could read with it, and it just happened. Like, I would have paid $20 for it unsigned, not in the plastic, if I looked through it and I liked it. So that's kind of where I am on this. Like, I don't know, that's how I feel about taking it out of the plastic, is it just feels somehow sacrilegious, like somebody left it in the plastic for a reason, but also like, I'm like, it's mine now and I want to read with it. So I did, however, just because I opened the plastic, I did see the backs, and aren't they beautiful? I just really like them. I really like them. I really like them. And I don't have anything else to say about that, but here we have the cover card a little introduction to the deck, and then, oh wow, okay. Okay, so every major is like a famous couple, I guess, and so we have Tamino and Pamina, I hope I'm reading this right, and that's Innocence or the Fool, and I don't know all these couples, so I'm hoping the book has some more information. Although I think actually that I have, I don't know, I know at one point I kind of accidentally owned the full-size book that goes with this, and I don't own it anymore. Or maybe I do, but I don't know where it is. Because I thought it was just like a book about tarot through the perspective of like doing romance readings or readings for lovers, and then it turned out it was for a specific deck, and I was like, oh, I don't need that, never knowing that I would come into a signed copy of that specific deck in the future. Okay, and then we have Merlin and Vivienne, which is magic, or would be the magician. Oh wow, okay. Scheherazade and Shahryar for wisdom, or the high priestess. Beautiful. Cleopatra and Caesar for fertility, or the empress. Wow. And these are so, like, oh, I love the art on these. See, the only thing that I wasn't super crazy about in the Goddess Inspiration Oracle was that the art took up like this much space on the card, and then the rest of the card was just like blue with some writing down here. And I was like, I really like the art, I really like the messages, I just wish that the art to paper ratio was a little higher. Hi. You gotta see these cards.
Okay.
I told everybody at the tea house they couldn't see them. Here, look. Arthur and Guinevere for power, or the emperor. Romeo and Juliet for the Hierophant, or tradition. Isis and Osiris for love, or the lovers. Tristan and Isolde for desire, or the chariot. Brynhilde and Siegfried for strength. Abelard and Eloise for contemplation. Wow. I don't know enough about these to really appreciate these as deeply as I should. Zeus and Danae for fortune. Aren't they beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Venus and Vulcan for balance.
Venus and Vulcan are a good couple.
They are. Yvonne and Odette from Swan Lake for 18, the moon illusion. These are so good. I was like, how are they gonna make this work? Because I read about the description of like the concept for the deck, and I was like, okay, a couple for every major. Oh wow, okay. And then we have Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Wow. I'm not gonna do a whole flip through here. I'm just gonna show you a few more. There's the Ace of Wands. These aces are so vivid and beautiful. Oh, this 9 of Wands is beautiful. Okay, and then we have Princess of Staves, who's Brynhilde. Prince is Siegfried. Fricka is the queen. And Wotan is the king. So I guess that's from the ring. Okay, and then we have Eros. That was the 10. The Princess of Eros is Psyche, of course. The prince is Cupid. The queen is Venus. And the king is Adonis. Wow. And then Ace of Coins. Oh, I love this 4 of Coins. Beautiful. Oh, the 5 of Coins. Holy shit. These are so beautiful. I'm really gonna love these cards. Princess of Coins is Danae. I hope there's some of these stories in here. Perseus, Hera, and Zeus. Okay, let's take a look at this book real quick, as long as this is like most of an unboxing so far. Each major arcana card is affiliated with a story of a famous couple from history or mythology. Accordingly, each card is named after archetypal emotional states represented by the stories. These in turn are related to traditional tarot symbolism. In the minor arcana, the great themes explored in the major arcana are brought to earth, made relevant to our individual experiences. Each suit represents one classic love story, with each card progressively depicting an important scene from the story. They serve to impart the lesson associated with each suit. So this little book it tells you like what story, but it doesn't tell you the story. So I'm definitely gonna have to do some research or see if I can find that book that I once owned and don't own anymore. Anyhow, that's what I got at Half Price Books, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little haul video. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing one of these the next time I go off and make magical purchases, which could be a while, to be fair, because I don't go shopping that often. Because when I go shopping, I buy all the books and the decks and the things, and I don't, you know, I don't need to do that too often. Every now and then is enough. So yeah, let me know what you think was the best find here, and if there's anything about any of the things that I got that you think is really cool that I don't seem to know that I should know. If you've worked with either the Lover's Path Tarot or the Dragon Tarot or the Alex Grey cards, like, please let me know. If you know anything about this Tea Leaves book, let me know. Something about Harney. Yeah, Afterword by John Harney. Introduction by James Norwood Pratt. I don't know what this is about. Or yeah, if you've read The Red Tent, what did you think of that? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys, as always. I love it when you keep in touch. I always respond to messages on my Instagram, and I always respond to comments here. So either way, whatever works for you, I always love hearing from you guys. If you did enjoy this video, as always, please do give it a thumbs up. I so appreciate it when you do. And, you know, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe already. Here's the little subscribe button. It's right here. And if you want to make sure that you know when my next video comes out and you get that little alerted thingy thing, alert, some kind of alarm, alert thing, notification, I don't know. Make sure that little bell's got the dingy sounds around it, and then hopefully it'll let you know. I won't let you know unless you follow me on Instagram, but then I will let you know. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful, wonderful, magical day, and I'll see y'all around soon.